Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and look, all I gotta say is this is day 7 hair. And for me, this is a miracle. Yeah, the gray hairs are there, especially if y'all knew. Look here, I have gray hairs everywhere. It definitely set it off yesterday when I did a video. Like it was one of the strands up here that was just like, woo, child. I was like, why is that one strand setting it off? But anyway, yeah, this is day 7 hair. I mainly lay on this side, but that really doesn't matter. The thing about it is that I actually, while I drive, I'll literally just have my hand free on this side and I'll take the curl and just separate it. So you can still see that there are definitely curls, but I've just been separating and doing all that. But this is the side that I mainly lay on. I've laid on this side a few times before too, but I've been separating these. So that's why this looks drastically different from the other side. But this is just a before the, hair washing process and me actually showing y'all how I apply the product that I'm going to get into later on in this video, but it's going to still be sooner than later. It's just going to be later for me because I have to go through all of these other steps first. But yeah, y'all, I got to do something real quick. Then I'm going to wash my hair. And when y'all see me, I will have washed my hair and oiled my scalp, which with the black business owner's oil, I will talk to y'all about that in the summer or at the beginning of the fall because you just got to let it marinate. So yeah, I think you need to give time for that, even though it's doing exceptionally well. And I'm happy with it. And I actually have 2 more bottles on the way now. But yeah, I will be back after I've washed my hair. So y'all, it is actually 10:30 p.m. When I initially started this, it was like 10 hours ago. Oh, y'all look, I got pulled into 911 and 911 Lone Star. And if you don't watch those shows, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but oh my gosh, my nerves. I might do a thought so y'all excuse me. It's really cold. Well, I'm not freezing or anything right now, but because I'm anemic and I have this tank top on instead of just a regular shirt, I'm getting like a slight, you know. But anyway, yeah, y'all. The most that popped off on them shows, I'm so exhausted, y'all. I had to sit there and try to process what happened on those shows. Then I got up in my bed. Like, my body, I just was like, let me just get into bed and see how I feel then. And sat there and tried to process it a little bit more. And then I went on ahead and I just drifted off, took me a nap. I just woke up around 9, I guess, 9:30, I guess. I don't know. But, I'm determined to wash my hair and hopefully finish applying this product before midnight and allow it to dry because I don't really like going to bed with my hair wet, especially if it's going to be the way I want it to be in that state. If it's not going to be me twisting it up and stuff like that, I would rather it be 100% completely dry. So I'll probably try to go to sleep around like sometime early in the morning when the sun has come up, all that good stuff. But anyway, y'all, I cannot wait to let y'all in on this gem that just so happened to fall into my lap. I don't even know what prompted me to really get it, but we'll talk about it when I come back. When I come back, my hair will be washed, conditioned, and I will have oiled my scalp with this oil that I will talk to y'all about in a couple of months after I've, continuously used it. I do have 2 more bottles of it on the way. I am over halfway done with that bottle. The bottle is, how many ounces? Well, it says it's 50 milliliters. So yeah, I thought it was gonna say something else. I don't know what in the world, but yeah, it says it's 50 milliliters. And yeah, so for me to be under halfway, I can't believe it because I kind of get bored with products and switch them around, and it takes me a while to get through stuff. But yeah, I use this every day and it works exceptionally well. Can't wait to tell y'all about that. But anyway, let me get in the shower and wash my hair, and I'll be back. Hey y'all, I'm back. So while I am in the process of massaging my scalp, because I have oil on my scalp, there's no product on my hair yet. Only thing that's on my actual hair is the water from when I washed it. But anyway, y'all, I have curls, and normally I don't have any. I actually just kind of massage some of them out. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is this product. So now I can finally tell y'all the name of the product. The name of this product, the name of this company is Curl Definition. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it before, but I definitely hadn't heard of it before. It randomly popped up, and I just was like, okay, what is this? And in my mind, I was like, it's probably like all the rest of them. I don't know. Will it actually work? And I wasn't in search of anything, so I was confused as to why it even popped up. So the owner, the person who created this line, her name is Saria Lay. And this is Black owned, woman owned, family operated, made in America, natural hair care specialist formulated. Y'all excuse me. So I'm going to read off to y'all what's going on. At Curl Definition, our mission is to provide premium salon quality products to curly, kinky, and tightly curly hair customers in a way that makes beauty easy and healthy. We are so happy that you chose to partner with us in bringing Curl Definition to the world. So, as a 20-plus veteran natural hair care hair specialist, Saria Lay created products she could use for her clients that actually worked on kinky, coily, tightly curly, and curly hair. It has been her passion to empower women to live free in their natural texture without the drudger of high maintenance that is normally associated with going natural. Quality products were key. For over the past decade, her handcrafted products have been considered a holy grail and a game changer to countless customers who are both new and longtime naturalistas. It is with great joy and love that this family operated company provides specialized products to those two naturalistas around the world. Y'all excuse me because I'm just doing them all. But yeah, y'all, I've been so ready to share this with y'all. So let me go ahead and get into it. Let me tell y'all what I purchased. One of the products is not gonna be featured in this video as far as me showing y'all the bottle, and I'll tell y'all why in a minute. It's sad, but it's true. Okay, so there were two systems. Well, she has two different systems, y'all. So if you go and you want to shop, you're gonna either choose the coily hair bundle or situations, because you can buy everything individually, or the bundles, or the curly hair. I said coily, right? Coily hair or curly hair bundle. I am actually going to purchase something else, hopefully before the end of this month, but it has nothing to do with just the products that I'm putting in my hair. It's going to actually be like the shampoos and all that stuff, and I'll get into that in a minute. But let's discuss what I do have. Since my hair is tightly coiled, I got the coily hair bundle. Now she has a 5-piece bundle and a 3-piece bundle. I ended up purchasing the 3-piece, the 3-step bundle. Is steps. So as a part of the first step, you would use curl primer for coily hair, curl training mold. All right, this is what the container looks like. Okay. This is what the container looks like. And I don't know if it's, okay, there it is. That's what the container looks like. It's like every time I try to get in the frame, it's like, oh no. So I'm just going to do it like this from the side. Let it have its moment to shine and all that good stuff. Let y'all see what the container looks like. Okay, y'all. I was scared when I opened this up because, first of all, This smells familiar, but it's not a pleasant smell. But it's not the worst. Um, I mean, okay, y'all. I'm very weird. So it's like it smells like something that I've smelled in a kitchen before. Look, listen to this, y'all. If I were to just, I think I could literally just pour this out and it would just plop in my hand. Like, for real. Like, that's the, okay, I might do it for y'all. See, look, I really could, but let me put it down. But yeah, it would plop right into my hand, y'all. But is that the one? Am I even seeing the right one? I am. Am I? Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure, I'm acting like I'm crazy right now because the motion popped off in my mind. Let me stop. So, y'all, I'm just so excited. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, I noticed how the texture was. And I noticed how it smells. It smells like some kind of an oil. And I can't put my finger on what it smells like. But when I went over the ingredients list, unless I just don't know what that particular oil is that I've smelled before and it's in here, I can't place it. But anyway, y'all, when they tell you in the instructions to do certain things, do it. Because I'm the type person that they'll say, oh, well, use a small amount of this and this, and I'm like, yeah, right. My hair thick, it ain't gonna work. Okay. So let's go on ahead and get into this first step. Your hair should be drenched with water. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in my little section in the back. The way I do it is like the first half of the back of my head, I just section it off and, in parts. And I end up clipping it to the side, to the back, to the front, or however I'm gonna do it, right? Clip it, part it, and clip it. So I just want to show y'all what I do when I do my hair. Okay. So I'm clipping it off now so I can get it out of the way. The part that I'm not going to be doing anything to at the moment. Clip that out the way. And my hair is wet now. Try to make sure your hair is wet. It can be soaking wet, as long as it's wet. You start off with wet hair. So my hair is wet. I already have some of the product on my hand. I wasn't trying to have that much because they said use a little. So they telling you to use a little. So I'm using a little. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And you apply it. They said a little goes a long way. And it does. So I was like, okay, cool. Now keep in mind, I really didn't have that much on my hand. And I just put it on this whole back section of my hair. And it's already doing the most. It's already setting it off. Like, you can't tell me my hair ain't already setting it off. And I really did have a little small amount on my hand to start with. So, and they put small in all capital letters. Yeah. Put it on your hand, rub it between your palms. On dripping wet section of hair, smooth each section in a downward motion until curls define. Follow by applying step 2. So, since I'm done with this section and I've applied it, I've smoothed it down, and I have my curls already, I'm going to move on to step 2, which is this one. Let me move out of the way because it's going to act crazy. And this one is to set your curls. It's herbal infused curl defining gel. And I have the big one. I have the 16 ounce of everything. Every single thing that I have is 16 ounces. The smallest one they have 2 sizes, 8 ounces and 16 ounces. So yeah, see, this already is doing, what I think it should be doing. I'm like, okay, set it off, then set it off. I only have one thing that I have not received from them because they didn't have it. So I'm actually going to try to order it tomorrow. And I'll get to that in a minute, but yeah. So yeah, now I'm about to apply. And on this one, I think you're supposed to use a small amount again too. So I've done one. And again, I'm just going to apply a small amount again. And this is, I mean, this is an interesting smell. It's not heavy. And, you know, I feel like my hair smells decent. So I'm using a small amount yet again. And I'm just pulling it down. Going on about my business. And it's doing what I needed to do, honey. Doing what I needed to do. It knew what its assignment was supposed to be, honey. So it's doing what it needed to do. So I'm going to put it a little bit on this side too. And I could just have my moment. I could use a comb if I want to, or just use my hands, which I plan to do. And I just try to keep everything separated and go from section to section. In all honesty, this is the fastest that I've been able to ever go through my hair. So I'm very, very shocked. So yeah, that's what my hair looks like. And I could just go in sections and I could just put it on the whole section like this and pull it down and have it together, or just do it just like this. And that's just what it looks like. Look at it. And it just looks like that. Looks juicy. You can't tell me my hair don't look juicy. You cannot tell me it don't look juicy for no reason. You just can't tell me. It looks so good. It feels good on my hair. And like I said before, this is the fastest that I've ever been able to get through my hair, to style my hair, when I just want my hair to just be coily. And that's it, curly, coily, all that good stuff. And it just looks like this. So I don't have a defining comb, which I'm mad about. Every time, the 2 times that I went on their site to purchase things, it was out of stock. It's $5, y'all. Right now it says it's in stock. I plan to buy it tomorrow. So if it's in stock tomorrow, I will have it. But if not, I won't. I guess I'll never know what I'm gonna do. Get the brush. But yeah, that's the second step. Ultimately, that is the last step, you might as well say, but not really, because the third part of the system is this. It is a daily hair and scalp conditioning mist. And basically, it just refreshes your hair. It says it's a vitamin-enriched curl refresher blended with herbal-infused oil, aloe vera juice, and glycerin to build and maintain moisture. Use generously daily to rehydrate hair, scalp, and refresh product. Y'all, I've been using it. I'll shake it up really, really well before I go off to work. Since I already told y'all, I sleep real rough. And I usually sleep on this side. So this side will be smashed down, first of all. It'll be like this. And then I'll just kind of hand pick it out. And then I spray it on after, all this is already dried by that point. And it's like new, and this smells good. Like, it is not overpowering. I'm very, very sensitive to a lot of scents. And these products are not overwhelming at all. The one product that I did purchase that is not with me, because somehow I misplaced it, and I'm trying to understand how. Well, I know why. I know how. I have so many products. I have so many shampoos, conditioners, and everything else that I have started like moving stuff to other places. And y'all, I don't know what in the world I did with it, but I have my proof, because I don't want nobody to sit up here and say, oh, she just capping, and all this other stupid stuff, because I have no reason to lie about the fact that I actually did purchase this product. First of all, I purchased this product, which is Curl Training Moisturizing Cream. It is the biggest size, which is 16 ounces, and it was $30. So I ended up paying $40 because, shipping and that 98 cents root tracking protection, which I firmly believe in. So yeah, here is the receipt, because I don't want anybody trying to come out of nowhere and tell us, oh, she lying. She's a liar. Oh, she's lying. I have no reason to lie about that. And you can go on the website and verify that that is indeed what the name of the product is. That's on www.curldefinition.com, and get your life, because I have no reason to lie. And I purchased, again, because I've been doing things like this for free. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, well, somebody must have gave her that. Somebody must have said it. No, I purchased these. Again, this is the whole kit that I purchased. This is my packing slip. And I paid basically almost $100 for it. And to me, it's worth it. And it was this price because I got the biggest ones and not the 8-ounce. I felt like if this product was going to work, I might as well have the biggest one. And I was like, let me take this chance. This will be the one time I sit up here and just get the smallest one and then set it off. And now I'm regretting the fact that I did not get the one that I was supposed to get, which was the biggest one. So, but yeah, y'all, my hair feels amazing when I do use this product. Even after it's dry, it feels good. It's not super hard. Like, I have no gripes. I can scratch my head. I could do like this. I could do anything. No flakes come out. It does not flake up. The one good thing about this is that I'm glad that I did actually comb my hair out before I washed it, because that was the only time product came out. Like, my scalp was fine, but a lot of the product, I guess, that all of this is what you kind of got, but it wasn't even that much then. So I was like, wow. The fact that I have scratched my scalp and I will separate, dried hair. After this is dried, I have been separating and there was no flaking. It's awesome. It's awesome. So basically what I'm going to do now, y'all, is I'm going to go and watch a show, and with TV magic, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be done styling my hair, which it probably shouldn't take that long. So I'm going to go watch the first episode of the Underground Railroad, and then I'll be back. All right, y'all, I am back. These are the final results. I know it might look like I have cut my hair and it's cut into an asymmetrical bob of some sort, but y'all know how shrinkage go. Look, I gotta move over. I'm trying not to pull it all the way out too, because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, I have hair. I have some inches. I have some inches, but I'm just trying to get y'all to look at look at them. Look at the curls, honey. Basically, all I do is shingle my hair while it's soaking wet and apply both of the products and let it dry. That's really all I do. I don't do nothing special. I don't do nothing out the way. It is not time consuming. This is the only product line so far that I've been able to use where it's not so time consuming that I gotta take breaks all day. If I take a break, it's because I want to take a break. Like today when I did my hair, I kept taking breaks because the show got real good to me, and I really think I'm gonna start doing recap reviews on it. But anyway, yeah, I am very pleased with this product. This product is amazing. And I was skeptical, I ain't even gonna lie, because for me, most things really do not work. Like, they'll claim to do all these amazing things, and I'm like, yeah, this don't do nothing. And I have to do extra stuff in order to get some type of result, so that it's not a complete and utter waste of a product, because I don't really have a lot of friends that are all the way natural that can use my products. Like my friend that I speak to every day, she has a loose curl pattern. So the products that I use, most of them, I feel like they're too heavy. Maybe I don't even know how to pronounce it. Y'all, I was about to say Michelet, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I always feel like I say it. Mael, those products, I think that the custard or whatever it was that I was using a whole lot, I feel like she could use that. But like a lot of the other stuff, the gels and like, what is this? She probably could use this. Well, no, the twisted souffle, it might be a little bit too much for her too. It might be okay. But yeah, like most of my friends aren't natural. And the few that are, they believe in covering their hair up. So it'll be a waste to give them any of my products that I might not use anymore, or I might not use as much of as quickly anymore, because I'm about to be sending it off on this product. I feel like, especially since I got the biggest amount, I feel like these products should last me 6 months to a year at least. So if the comb is available, I'm going to purchase that tomorrow, and I'm going to purchase the Curl Definition Moisture Rich Cleansing System bundle tomorrow. And again, it's going to be in the biggest size, which is 16 ounces. And it is consisting of a first cleanse, which is a shampoo that is supposed to lift buildup without stripping the hair. Fun fact, I actually use clarifying shampoo when I first wash my hair. And I actually do have a clarifying conditioner. But once I get this, I won't use the conditioner. But I am going to still start off with all these oils and stuff stripped out of my hair, because for me, even though my scalp seems to breathe and do all what it needs to do and it thrives, I just like having every single piece of product out of my hair, all of the oil. My sebaceous glands set it off. I know how my hair works. I know how it works. So for me, that is something that I'm going to keep as a staple until somebody can prove to me that these other shampoos can completely do this and I still feel fine. I don't feel like my hair is doing anything crazy and that I am losing any benefits by using that type of shampoo and or conditioner. So I'm going to keep on using it. But anyway, only thing I'm going to do different is I'm not going to use the conditioner of that. So the second step would be a moisture cleanse, which is a gentle cleanser that restores, rehydrates, and moisturizes the hair. So to me, it's like, since I'm going to use that shampoo first and then use, this whole product line when I'm washing my hair, the system, I always say product line, I feel like, it's going to do exactly what it needs to do anyway. So I'm good. And the last part is Moisture Rich Conditioner, which is a luxurious balance of nutrients and moisture to build hair's strength while encouraging growth and pliability. I'm here for that. I ain't really never had no issue with pliability, but it is what it is. I'm here for anything that's going to be an added bonus in my book, so I'm here for it. But yeah, all I gotta say is go and look on these people's website, honey. Go and do some good old shopping. I've been telling y'all for the last couple of weeks that I was going to be bringing a video to y'all. Mainly the women are probably going to be the ones who are going to be here for this. So hopefully y'all save your pennies, nickels, and dimes like I told y'all to do. I told y'all to put a little $100 or something like that to the side and do this. You ain't got to do like I did and get the 16 ounces. You could do the 8 ounces if you want to. But I'm just saying, support Black-owned businesses, especially ones that are actually putting out products that work exceptionally well. And keep in mind that when it comes to these kits, they have the coily, kinky, which is what my hair is, and they have the curly, which it seems to be more geared towards the people who have a looser curl pattern. Now, see, since I do have a loose curl pattern right here, it's okay. But I might actually try to reach out to the owner and ask her if I were to try to use it, would I be able to get like a different result? Like if I use it on my hair, would it look different? Because I am tempted to try it and see if it's going to be different and just do a side-by-side comparison and just have my hair split down the middle and do something like that. I don't know. I'm thinking about that though. But I might reach out to her and ask. But yeah, y'all, tomorrow afternoon at the latest, I'm going to go ahead. If they had that comb in stock, I'm really hoping they had a comb in stock because y'all, like with the other company that I told y'all about, I had to wait forever. I had to go back like 3-4 different times just to finally get all the products that I wanted, Lord. So anyway, their comb is completely different. Now the other company, there was another company and they had a comb, but their comb is exactly like the last company. So I was just like, there's no reason for me to get it if it's the exact same comb. But the comb here, it's just $5. It's $5 added on to this right here is going to be $63. So once I add the comb, I'm going to be paying around $80 something, including the shipping. So I'm here for it. I am very excited to see how that is going to be. Everything came relatively fast when I ordered, y'all. And it's crazy because, like I told y'all before, PayPal came to me after I made the purchase and my initial purchase, which was, of course, for the system. And they said, well, if you spend $5, if you go and purchase on this person's website, we'll give you $5 towards the purchase or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I was already interested in trying the product that I told y'all. I don't know where it is. The Curl Training Moisture Cream. At some point, I want to try it out. And so I was like, okay. So that ended up being $5 off. So that's why I ended up actually paying a little bit less than what I would have, because it was a $5 off situation again. I'm like, well, I mean, I wanted to try it at some point, so why not? So yeah, y'all, I'm very excited about these purchases. I am definitely about to purchase again. Well, today, I said tomorrow, today. So later on today, I will make the purchase after my hair dries, and I just marvel over it and watch my shows and hopefully play video games and all this other stuff I want to do and just relax on my day off and all that good stuff, y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I know it started to get a little lengthy because I had to do it in parts and then I'm putting it together. Well, I'm going to be putting it together, which y'all will see as you're watching this, obviously. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hopefully this was helpful to somebody. Usually I get people who will send me little messages and let me know that they actually went over to these people's websites and they actually did what they were going to do. So they are on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube. And if I'm not mistaken, they are up under the same name, which is Curl Definition, under every place that I just mentioned. I will try my best to remember to put the information down in the description box and or in the comment section as well, or one or the other, so that, just in case y'all forgot, or if I forgot and you just want a quick way to get to it, you'll be able to do that by following that. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed my little results and my little reveal. Finally getting my video out for the month, at least one. I'm very, very I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do one more, because I have quite a few things I want to talk about and put out there, but I'm trying to wait. But anyway, y'all have a good one and I'll see y'all later on for something else. Bye.